10 for 4 and 20, Australia's original fan food. We've been there for it all. Here he is, Max Gawn.
Yes. Good morning.
Lovely to see you. You look amazing.
Thank you. It's captain's run today, so the day before a game, and I run by the look good, feel good, play good. So I like to wear a nice shirt or something.
That's
into-
nice.
Very nice.
That looks good.
That's very professional.
Thank you.
What do you love most about Captain's Run?
Named after me.
Yeah, good.
So it's a
It's
good little,
fun, isn't it?
It's a feel good session. So you're basically just kicking footies around.
Are you on grass or
Yeah,
are you
you are.
having one of those crazy inside the gym sessions?
No, boots on. It's about a 15-minute sort of session, couple of drills, and
Bang.
then straight inside.
And then straight inside for a couple
Nah,
of
we
cold
do.
ones.
This is the big meeting. Goody, yeah, goody.
Oh, this is the big meeting.
This is the big
like
20-minute pre-game.
this is
sort
what
of
we've
setup.
talked about through the week.
Correct.
Let's remember
And he
our roles.
always picks a theme.
Oh.
So I'm not sure what the theme's going to be today, but he always
Feather
finds a
boa,
theme.
perhaps?
It's been Tom Brady about 100 times.
Of course
right.
it has.
So hopefully it's not Tom Brady today.
Let's
but-
hope it's Giselle today. Go through some of the old shots. Theme's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, theme is fun. It keeps it interesting because
If you're unsure, is that where you put your hand up and go, I don't want to be this guy in this meeting, but can you just remind me what I have to do on the weekend?
correct. Yes. He always says, "Does anyone have any questions?" No one does.
No,
But
it's a bad time to
it's
ask
a bad time
question.
because we should know.
You
what's
should know
going
by
on.
now, but also you don't want to be the guy that slows the end of the meeting down.
Correct. We want to go for lunch.
Yeah, go and ask him privately on your own. Jacob van Rooyen is free to play. 4-hour tribunal hearing last night. Your coach, Simon Goodwin, said of the incident, the fabric of the game has been challenged. You'd be happy for Jacob.
The fabric of the game. Isn't that a big quote?
It is.
I was actually refreshing my Twitter feed last night. I was quite interested to see what was going to happen because marking contests are probably in my domain, so it's interesting to see where they were going to go with it. But he's playing. That's good.
Were you at all concerned that he'd taken his eyes off the footy? That seemed to be the thing that people were getting caught on.
The whole time I thought it was an accident, but then I was torn between you can still punish an accident because technically sling tackles might be an accident at different times. So
Yeah.
I was sort of torn, but I was confident that he was going to get off just because the incident that it was. I'm not sure if it was a massive blow, is what it might have looked like initially.
Because it could have been a disaster.
It could have been. I mean, it might have been a different story if Ballard's concussed. But
Yeah.
Launch of the Big Freeze 9, a mural of Neale Daniher has been unveiled in Melbourne. It's a month away, but it's a lovely mural. Where is the mural? I'm sorry to ask. Is
That's
there
okay.
any-
It's Swanston Street meets, and then one of the ones going the other way.
Swan-
Just gotta walk down.
Well, narrowed it down.
Just walk down
GPS
Swanson
out.
for as long as
It's a
possible.
great likeness of Neale. It's really the MND sort of quest that the whole family's on. Has had so much awareness around Neale and so much money raised. It's been such a wonderful initiative.
Yeah, it's about 6-7 years too late. I think he's been literally the man about town for a while. We're very lucky we get to play in this game, and he comes in and speaks to us. For the last 2 years, he hasn't been able to speak, but before that, there's been some inspirational sort of messages. And to be honest, it's pretty easy to get behind. Like he sort of preaches selflessness, and he is literally the king of selflessness. Like he's fighting the disease that he's not going to win. Although he is currently winning. Like it's phenomenal that he's still going, but. So other people can get the benefit out of whatever cure they find. So it's pretty easy to get behind that, and it's pretty easy to turn it into a football analogy as well.
Yeah.
I think he's a Melbourne man. I know he played a bit of Essendon footy, but he's got strong Melbourne connections, and I've known him for a while now, and I can't wait for this game already. It's still 5 weeks away, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
I
Raised
think,
over 70 million.
Yeah, Beck Daniher was on the Rush Hour yesterday and said he was initially given about 24, 27 months.
Yep.
And now we're coming up to Big Freeze 9. It's
It's
phenomenal.
phenomenal, really, isn't
Oh,
Yeah,
It's-
every single time he
it's
spoke to
amazing.
us, he's signed off by saying you won't see me next year, and in he comes next year.
it? Scott Pendlebury, now you'll love this because I love it too, believes the AFL's top players are heavily underpaid,
Yes.
arguing the likes of Nick Dacos and Dustin Martin need to be compensated because they just can't live normal lives.
Is he implying the lower payers are overpaid?
Well, I'm not sure.
He doesn't really
or
delve
we
into
need
that.
more money in total.
I think more money in total,
Yeah,
I would
I'm happy with
imagine.
that. That's something for me to get behind, I think.
Mm.
More money in total for the players.
in the NBA, he's given the example of you've got guys that have 51% of revenue of what you bring in. We're 28% of revenue. That's a huge difference.
We're 28. It seems to be pretty solid in Australia. I think NRL are slightly ahead of us. They're completely different sports. I do agree with Pendles. I think someone like Christian Petracca should be getting paid well, I'm presuming he's $1 million a year. I don't know, but he should be getting double that. Like, he's crazy what he brings to the game. So I agree.
And crazy what he brings to the club, to the team, to
correct.
the ethos, to the whole thing. It's not just about Saturday Arvo.
Yeah, he's all over TV.
And he'd be doing so much media and so many turning up at fates and all of that gear.
He cooks every day. Have you seen the
Yeah.
tracker?
Is he a
cooking
TikTok
stuff?
cook
Yeah,
guy?
he's a TikTok cook
He's a
guy. So to be
cook-top.
fair, he is getting paid because I'm presuming he's getting paid for that.
I
But,
hope so. Sacks of Salt have got involved.
yeah, he had 2 olive oil companies going for him at the same time. What footballer has 2 olive oil companies?
Bidding war.
Bidding war for olive oil.
Olive oil. That is crazy. It is an interesting area, and apart from the risk to sort of life and limb that you guys go through every week, it is about the slice of the pie. It's
Correct, and
about-
we're only in it for a short time. I completely understand. I am extremely well paid for what I do, but if you look at sport in general, Pendles might have a point.
Someone's always earning more. That's life, isn't it? Should the AFL bring in a taunting rule like the NFL to stop scenes like we saw when Sydney mobbed and attempted to humiliate Nick Dacos on the weekend?
This is interesting.
Are you an NFL man?
No.
Are you
but did
familiar with that
they
rule?
have a taunting rule?
Yeah, you get a flag. And
Really?
if you celebrate too hard or if you get in someone's face,
I heard Mason Cox say something about the fact that we get into people before the first bounce. And if that happened in NFL, the whole team would be sent off kind of setup.
Right.
So that is a weird, but I was glued to my TV in the first quarter, Sydney
Yeah.
Collingwood.
Watching them put that
watching
pressure
them.
on Dacos.
Yeah, the Western Bulldogs Freo when they put it on Rory Lobb. Collingwood did it to Sydney players last year, so it's all return serve. We've done it. I've copped it every time I go to Adelaide Oval. I seem to have a whole team come at me.
Yeah.
Jack Watts, famously.
Yeah, Jack
debut.
Watts, which is Collingwood. Funny enough.
Yeah.
So I think it's part of the game. And we're trying to get Dacos, who's the best player in the game, potentially off his game. Sydney. Obviously, it didn't work, so it looks bad for Sydney currently. But it's worked in the past. I mean, it worked that Jack Watts day. He didn't play another good game. No, he did. He's a very good friend of mine. And
He's a good man.
apologise for
No,
that
that is
statement.
fine.
I
He will get the
apologise for
joke
that
there.
statement. He has played some pills.
Who's Eddie Maguire? He's made a comment here. There's no sportsmanship. It's pure bullying. It's a waste of time. I don't know Eddie, but well said.
Max
Come
Gawn
back.
with us. So we'll be back in a sec.
Always lovely to see Max.
yeah.
As we go through the round ahead, Richmond Geelong tonight.
Tonight, 2 games tonight.
2 games tonight because you got West Coast and Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Battle of the Coasts.
That's the longest flight in football, that one. That's
Yeah.
that's a 5-hour flight.
West Coast to Gold Coast.
Well, the other way around.
The
Obviously,
other way
Gold
around.
Coast are going to West Coast, but it'll be the same flight time as my gut feel, unless there's a bit of wind.
Bit of
Tailwind,
wind, Troy.
tailwind,
Do you know
yeah.
the-
Tailwind coming back.
Okay.
Richmond Geelong, I mean, we would have said last year or the year before that this was going to be a belter, but it
still
feels
will
like the Tigers have just gone off the boil.
No, Richmond can play big games.
Okay.
They'll be right in this. They were in our game. Sorry, they were in our game right to the end. It was a genuine game. Richmond Geelong. I'm expecting fireworks. I'm
2.5 wins for Richmond this year.
Yeah. The West Coast win they really needed it last week, but they were looking ordinary about half time.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. They were at the same time as us, but I
Yeah.
did see the quarter time, and West Coast were in front.
Yeah.
No, maybe that last half they found their rhythm, and I'm going Geelong, but I'm trying to talk this game. I'm not. No reason. I'm not getting paid to
No,
talk
no.
this
It
game
does
up.
feel as though you've arrived from AFL House. This is going to be a stinker. Sydney Freo.
Sydney Freo. I think this is a must-win for both. To be honest, I'm going to go Freo.
Freo.
Freo in
Yeah,
Sydney.
they haven't won in Sydney for like 10 years or something. This is going to be this will make their season.
Do those hoodoos ever play on your mind if you're going into a game and you haven't won there in
Yeah, we
12
lost to
years?
North 18 games in a row. 18 games in a row we lost to North. I remember the 18th time it happened, Sean Higgins was running around the ground yelling out the number 18.
Oh, you don't need that.
That's why we won the next one.
Yeah, that's annoying. Well, speaking of North, we've got Port Adelaide in Hobart.
I don't need to sell this game. This
No,
game
this-
sells itself.
Traditional time 2:10
Yeah.
kickoff. AFL knows what they're doing with this one. This will be North fans flying down there, probably 600 or 700 of them,
Yep.
and just booing Jason Horn-Francis every time he goes near it.
Yep. It will be. I mean, I'm looking forward to like the Zerha Horn-Francis type battle.
Yes,
If
hopefully
they get
those
near each
two
other.
bump into each other at
Yeah.
some point. 'cause I don't-
Zerha's my favourite player. I'm not sure what you think.
He's
as a-
in
as a
on
North
Monday.
fan.
We're
join
chatting
us.
with him for the first time.
Ah, say hi to him for me.
Yeah, I will. I will. I definitely will, Max. He's a good footballer who seems to just, be there or thereabouts at the moment.
Yeah.
Hawthorn, Melbourne.
I won't comment on that. but-
No, neither will I. I won't comment on that.
No,
No, neither will I. I can't believe I even started because he's coming in Monday. Monday, I'll tell him he's never looked better. Hawthorn, Melbourne, I'm saying 15 goals, but you might have a different opinion.
Well, we drew 2 years ago and we only won by 5 points last year. So the game styles sort of match up against each other pretty well. And Hawks have been very, very competitive this year. So I'm selling the game to you, Marty, but I am looking forward to this game.
4:35 is an interesting time, isn't it?
Yeah, we did it last week up in the coast as well.
Sort of betwixt and between,
It's a
isn't
very
it?
interesting MCG time. I don't think G played too many Twilight games, but I'm looking forward to it. It's Stephen May's 200,
Yeah.
which is a big journey for.
Who do you reckon he'll punch at halftime? I'm joking, having a bit of fun. You got a reception area there he can rule? Brisbane versus the Bombers.
We are going to Entrecôte for dinner.
Lovely, nice touch. They'll be happy to see him back. Brisbane Bombers.
Brizzy are too good at home. They don't lose at home.
Brizzy look good at the moment, don't they? Carlton Bulldogs, this should be a belter.
Yeah, it will be. Apparently, I mean, all tickets are sold. Carlton pack Marvel. Every time they play at Marvel, it's like there's every seat taken.
Yeah.
And Bulldogs are in form. So I'm going to say Carlton bounce back, but it's going to be hot.
Yeah, it's a really tough game to pick.
Adelaide St Kilda, that could be a good game of footy too.
Yeah, Saints are they still top or second or where are they?
Yeah, they're
Collingwood are top.
thereabouts.
Collingwood are game
Oh, and
clear
we're
on
second,
top.
so they're third. And
I think they're
Adelaide are outside the 8, and Adelaide are favourite. There's a fun fact for you.
And then Collingwood GWS, 4:40 on Sunday, feels a little bit lost in the mix.
Yeah, the 4:40, especially when there's only 2 Sunday games, the Mother's Day games. They normally pack out Mother's Day. I'm going to go Pies, obviously, but that's a 2019 prelim type rematch, isn't it? Or 2018, one of them.
How's your
No.
knee?
Yeah,
How's your
good.
knee feeling? Good?
Yeah, good. I've had 3 games in 12 days, so it was a busy time to sort of come back. But I've gotten through and hopefully stands
What
up.
are you sort of post game with the knee? Is it lots of ice and then?
No, I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
you're just back.
I got it from 12 months down to 4 weeks and then 4 weeks down to something that isn't even a problem now. So
Yeah, isn't that
Wow.
amazing?
yeah.
Oh, well done. All right, mate. Well, go well. See
Thank
how
you.
many you can kick against Hawthorn.
Thank you.
I reckon you got a few in you.
We'll chat to you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Max Gawn on the Marty Sheargold Show.